What's up, guys? And today I'm going to share with you some things very interesting pets that might catches your guard, especially with the rarity that you can catch it all and how useful that you can know which pets that are rare and unique. So I got this pet that can um, catch it all. It's whisper, but it's not just rare enough. It's just common. So I'm going to give you the idea of which are kind of pets you want to get use of. Mainly these items, paper traveling machine, and pet adventure guide. Now before we go do that, here's what you're going to do. You have the pet handbook and you gotta have biography. Now there are common pets that have a common elements and races, but who are the unique pets and who are the rare pets? So let's start with uh, the pets I know. So let's go with this one. Yes, this pet is called Miyagi Ningyo, and these have very interesting skills they have, and the type that they can go is this undead. An attribute is dark. It is a rare racial pet because she is the kind of pet that you want to get off that. It's not unique, but it's rare one. Among, I guess, three similar races that have kind of this undead feature. So in order to get that, you need to get Isis and this pet. And of course, this pet goes with this marionette doll. And marionette doll has a unique element that we haven't seen it before. And just because of that one, this is a demon race, and she has a psychic attribute going on, which is considered her as a unique pet. There he is. Now next is technically not Alice. Okay, now this pet. This pet is a fish race, and attribute is which is common already. But I guess this avian is very easy to fuse because you only have this pets to level up. It is the easiest part you can get because the materials to increase the intimacy is very cheap. So that is what we can call the unique pet. Now we have Ungun, and this time it is undead race. Of course it's undead, and the tribute is undead because it's dead already. And the fuse is coming from this. And this pet is a secondary level, which you need to get this rare pet again. Here, same as this is called Monarch. It is catchable item, so in which you need to get this. It is a rare pet because of this, and since it's the first thing in the adventure part that requires this kind of race, that is quite rare among this entire tire going on, and that's because of that kind of rarity we have. So let's see, regarding the race about humanoid monster, I guess that's probably a little bit common or uncommon for that, just because it's very expensive. Let's see, regarding this race, I think it's vegetables. Yeah, I think it's a kind of nature made of trees. It's quite uncommon, probably uncommon there, because one thing you can know is pouring, because pouring is a kind of natural made of nature there, so definitely is quite uncommon. But let me tell you something that might be a little bit unusual one, but is still unique. Harpy. Well, yes, she's very good and she's hot, except she's a unique one. Why? Because of this attribute, wind. Yes, wind is the unique pet that has attribute wind among all pets that they usually go with fire, earth, water, and other attributes, including some common attributes like earth. Because lumping with a marionette doll, we can say these pets are unique. Let's see, some may necessary, but of course that. Well, about the performance, well, I guess it's a bit required for the higher level, but I don't think you may not be probably not using this kind of race, a kind of pet, because it's the, again, most expensive pet to level up, and it's quite problematic. Now, this is a teddy bear pet and has an unusual race that it looks like a fire. We can say this is a quite rare pet going on. It belongs with Tuluhan, which is again a high tier pet, a luxury pet that needs expensive materials to catch on, and eventually a very luxurious pet. Let's see, other rare pets going on. So far, I think we have this. I think that rocker is a unique pet that has insect race. Then only pet that can go for lower levels, that you can get some juicy chess going on, and I think that's very good. But other pets that are still rare, okay, one more thing to note that is this one. It's not rare, but we can say that Green Petite is a unique pet, because this race is coming from a dragons, and that's a quite fantastic pet that you want to get, because most people will put this pet on the adventures to get more juicy chests and loots, and just because of these skills there, this matches well for the higher tier level. And so far, I guess that's all for the unique and rare pets that I'm sharing with you, and I'm going to give you advices on how are you going to use these kinds of pets from beginner to the higher level. But the most important I can say that is that when you begin playing Ragnarok Eternal Love, your first thing is you have to get the pet. The first impression is that not just the level 30 to get the pet, because this is the episode 5 updated already, and you can get the pet somewhere more or less level 10, and you will get kind of items that you want to get. In this way, you only have these areas you can get some stuff in, because with the help of the pets and the skills, you're gonna need farmable items depending on the skills the pet has. Just like this one, you can get the items up to this limit of capacity allowed to work, and depending on the pet, it has to be a very good number. Like for example, this level small assistance is increased with working efficiency. So also I'm suggesting that you're gonna need fruits that can increase that one. I don't want to reset the skills that are very low levels. So have a chance is that you can get a very good number. One level fruit, talent fruit, will be okay only for the starting pets. The level 5 talent fruits can be used for middle to higher strong pets that you can have. The rarer talents that you can get is level 7, which is very hard to get it there. So in order to use that particular item, you apply it on a very strong or very useful pets that they can handle. But not just about this one, but also Pet Adventure Guide. And this particular feature is where you put it, the pets on adventures. Only up to 2 slots that you can put the pets into the adventure. So I can say that for your first time, if you want to get the chest like this one, then you're gonna get the chest like this one, and it has to be matched with this. So when level increases, there are 2 or maybe 3 available spots that you can slot the pets in. Like for example, this one, it matches this one. That's only for 1. Of course, there's 2, and most frankly, these elements gives a criteria that you're going to ask a specific pet to get in, and that's the whole point of that. As you level up, more criteria gives a different perspective to some specific tribes, or race, and other forms and elements and attributes that you can use that one, and that's the whole point. Now, regarding catching pets, I might suggest that you may get useful pets that are suitable on labor and adventures. Do not catch the pets that require a very expensive materials. It is not for rushing or racing against other players. That way it will lose your sanity just to catch the pets. For example, Sohi. Sohi is a luxurious pet that requires a very expensive materials drop in the endless tower. I will show you where to buy or where to exchange the materials. Okay, so here we have it. In exchange, you go to item and you go to pet. And from what I can see is that the materials that you can catch the pets, some that are being snapped, like for example the apple, because it's the cheapest to buy. And most of the mats vary prices. Like for example, this one goes for Dudohan, which is very expensive. And of course, this item goes for the little witch. It drops it there by the time passes very long. But of course, some expensive item that I suggest not to buy are the Book of Devil, and some items are same way, they're more expensive. So I suggest that do not buy that kind of item. Well, the other pet that are not recommended to catch it are here. You don't need to catch every pet that you want to get. Like for example, this one, Wave, and others that are not into infusion, or just because some pets that require too high level, like for example above 100, I don't recommend to catch it, because it's not gonna be that your first pet is the Quake there and your level is 20. No, that is, hopeless there, and it's too expensive to get it there. So I don't suggest catching the pets that are used on the adventures. And as well as this one, which you may see unusual race there, so don't use it there because it's for a high level criteria that you want to catch it on. So I don't suggest it. Well, it's up to you that you can catch some cute pets, like for example Spore, Poison Spore, and Whisper, Pekka Pekko, etc. It's up to you, which is fine already. But I suggest that you have to find the useful pets that can fit for the adventures. Oh, and as well as on the labor that you can put them to work. And I guess that's all for the my advices that I can share with you. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you find it very useful when beginning to play the interesting game. And I hope your fruitful experience will be much richer to your experience. So thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.